So here's my fundamental principle to remember for the rest of your life. Here it is. And it's this.
This is Relationship Connect, building a healthy relationship.
Whatever you are, that's what you bring to the altar. If your toe smells, if your breath is bad, that's what you bring to the altar. Your marriage is no better than your singleness. Marriage does not improve your singleness or your lack of it, it exposes it. See, no one knows that your feet smell by yourself, so you're safe. No one knows you can't cook and you keep buying McDonald's. They don't know that. But when you get married, it exposes all of your defects. I always tell young people who I do conferences for often, I said, look, when you think about marriage, think about this thought. If you knew all there is to know about you like you know you, would you marry you? And then you are asking someone to live with what you know about you.
My God.
Serious business, huh? Write this down, please. Point number 2, very important. You bring to the marriage what you are as a single. So stop concentrating on marriage. Elizabeth Taylor is competing with Henry VIII. And she still haven't gotten the message. Ain't nothing wrong with those men. She wouldn't come to my marriage class that I teach every Saturday. She still thinks that something's wrong with the men. She keeps bringing to the marriage what she is. And they don't want to live with it. So when you come to a conference like this, you need to have an encounter with yourself. Write this down. Very important point. Here's the myth of singleness. It's okay to be single, but it's not good to be alone. I'm going to prove that in a few minutes. When I discovered this, my whole life changed. And I was 14 years old. I read the whole Bible through at 14. Can you imagine that? And every year since then, I've read the Bible. When I discovered this, my whole discipline changed. I got married at age 25 as a virgin. My wife was a virgin also. And I was famous in my country at age 15. Very famous. I was a musician. I formed a group. We produced music. I play music. I also write songs. And our songs became #1 on the secular stations. And so I was very well known. And what I'm saying that for is the women, they sought after me. What kept me clean? What kept me as a teenager? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, 21 years old, 22, 23, 24, and saved myself for my wife. What kept me? What kept me was when I understood this statement. It's okay to be single, but not to be alone. Let me give you a scripture I thought was interesting. And I want you to write these quotes down before we read the scripture. It's not a singleness problem that you have right here in this room. It's a being single problem. See, we think that singleness is a negative thing. And the church puts pressure on you as well and say, how old are you? 30. You ain't married yet? No. You okay? No. You sure you ain't a lesbian? See, and they put pressure on you. How old are you? 42. Brother, when you gonna do it? Don't want to do it. Are you saved? Yes. You sure you ain't homo, momo? No. And they put pressure on you. Even your parents get into the game. So how long you gonna be in the house now? I need some grandchildren. See, under pressure, it ain't God, that's your parents talking. Sometimes the devil is using their lips. And you end up forcing yourself into situations that you ain't prepared for or not want to be in. And now we got two tragedies. No, it is not a singleness problem that you have. It is a being single problem. Let me write down this other point, please. Never confuse singleness with being alone. Why? Because relationships get better the more single you become. Now there's a shock. See, it's a myth. Singleness has been given a bad rap. But singleness is actually the most important position and pursuit you could have. I keep pursuing being single in my life. Because the more single I become, the more safer it is for my wife. What attracted me to my wife was the fact that she was so single. Let me explain what I mean by that. Singleness is a state to be pursued, not avoided. Say it. Singleness is a state to be pursued and not avoided. Most people are running from singleness instead of running to it. I am here to recommend that you turn around and run towards singleness. Because the more single you become, the safer it is for the person you marry. When a person wants to get married badly, it's a sign that they are not single yet. It's going to get a little deep for you all, I know, but just hang on with me, eh? See, we have to correct this myth that singleness means that something's wrong and that I need to solve it by getting married. It's not the solution. Write this down. To be single should be the goal of every married person. How's that for a shock? So here's my fundamental principle to remember for the rest of your life. Here it is. And it's this. Your marriage is only as good as your singleness.
I'm sure you've learned a lesson or two from this video. Please like this video and share with a friend or your family member so that they can also be blessed by this message. There are other related videos to this showing right on your screen, so click to watch more.